Scott.
Kim.
Welcome. Thursday Thunder. What's today? June
10th.
June 10th already. And it's fucking cold.
Yeah.
How
quick.
quick.
It's been freezing.
Yeah. Been doing your walks?
Yeah.
Yeah, I went the last
Trying
couple
to
of-
get
This
out
morning
as much
was
as I
actually
can.
not too bad. This morning's walk was all right, but yesterday and the other day was like an icebox.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a bit of a later start this morning, so wasn't as cold as it was Wednesday morning. That was horrible.
Yeah. Anyway, as everyone can see, we don't have Adrian here. Adrian's on holiday with his wife on the Gold Coast, celebrating her 30th birthday. So he's enjoying the sunshine. We've got Scott Nelson from Scott's Fitness Solutions on board. We've had you on before, Scott, so
Yep.
welcome back again. Before we go on, it's just mentioning about Adrian, and he's gone on a 1 week holiday. Every time he goes on holiday, there's been either a statewide or national lockdown. And now he's gone to the Gold Coast, but did you see yesterday that there's that Victorian person had apparently snuck in to Queensland and now they've tested
didn't see
positive?
that. Jesus. Not again.
As soon as I saw that link, I sent it through to him. I said, here we go again.
Let's hope not.
Yeah.
Touch wood.
Yeah. Because, obviously he went on the first lockdown. He was in Japan.
Yep.
Had to then isolate for 2 weeks. Then they went away to the Northern Territory and there was that big lockdown.
When we had our circuit breaker.
That's right. That was during our circuit breaker. Yeah, funny stuff. I do have a funny story quickly. You know Tony Tocasio from Max's?
Yep.
Yep. He was in Perth. Now, he was in Perth when the Melbourne lockdown came into effect.
The most recent one?
Yes.
Yep.
So he had actually left Melbourne before the lockdown happened. So when he was in Perth, the lockdown came into effect. He got a text message that he had to go immediately and
Get tested.
isolate and get tested.
Yep.
But his hotel kicked him out.
Oh, because he wasn't.
He was telling me yesterday.
In a Medi hotel.
Because he's from Victoria. They said straight out that, no, you have to leave the premises.
Just no warning, just
Yeah,
go
pretty
find
well.
somewhere else to stay.
Yeah, he had to find somewhere else to stay, and apparently, he had to. I think he had to go and stay in a proper Medi.
Yeah.
Yeah, until his test came back negative.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's get into some shop talk quickly. We'll talk about your contest prep in a minute. So Scott's getting ready for Season B in 17 weeks. Just gone
16 and a half weeks.
16 and a half weeks now.
Who's counting?
Yeah. I should start organising things. So we'll quickly just talk about a few things. So we've mentioned the last couple of weeks that Gen-Tec, their Psyched 3.1 has been released. So that is now available in stock, $64.95, 20 serves. It comes in a grape, pink bubblegum, sour gummy and a strawberry kiwi. Now we're going to do a full review on this once we've used it. So we're going to use this tub now. Actually, if you want to try it out as well now after you're going to train?
Yeah,
and we'll just see. But I'll do a quick rundown on it. Nick's obviously had to take out Dynamine, which caused the change in it.
Yep.
So, but it's got about 250 milligrams of caffeine. So it's not a mega dosed caffeine, but more than adequately dosed. There's a bit of creatine added in there, Creapure. Citrulline, 5,000 milligrams. So there's a really good dose of citrulline. Arginine, 1,000 milligrams. Glycine, so the pumps should be pretty mega on this formula. So we're going to use this week, and next week when Adrian's back, we're going to do a full review on this. But it's available now. $64.95, available in store and online. Also coming in this week, should be hopefully today or tomorrow, OxyShred in the Rainbow Candy, and in the Pride EHP Labs Pride pre-workout, also Rainbow Candy, and a full restock coming as well. Back in stock, Primabolics Grind in both flavours is back in stock, so that was out for a little while. Now coming soon, we've got International Protein Extreme Mass, which is a 50-50 mass gainer. We haven't had anything like that for a while, so it's a good half and half blend. Can be used as a meal replacement or just extra calories. 13 Live Siesta, which is a powdered sleep formula. So they used to have the Siesta in a capsule form.
Right.
That contained an ingredient called imodin, which is a laxative. So it knocked you out, but then it woke you up about 4 hours later in a rush.
Yeah, I can imagine that wouldn't be the greatest to wake up to.
No. So, but that's all been changed. So we're keen to try that. So we should be getting a tub to try, and we'll do a full review on that. There's been really no good sleep formulas. I still use the adrenal products as a sleep formula.
Yeah.
But no sort of dedicated sleep formula. So Faction Labs Attention, the nootropic, that will be back in again today, or if not tomorrow. New flavours, there's a candy grape, a red raspberry and a vanilla cola to add to the existing flavours. So that's what's happening in store. Now check out our monthly specials. We've got there's a lot of monthly specials. Companies have thrown us a lot of freebies. So go check those out on the website. But we can quickly run through them. So you get a free BSN towel with every True Mass, 1200, £10. A towel with every Synthesix Edge, £10. A gold standard pre-workout trial size with every Optimum Nutrition, a £10 bag. Free Switch shaker and samples with every protein switch, 30 serve. Free Gen-Tec D-aspartic acid with every Gen-Tec male fuel. Free Creobol with every Maxis shred system, £5. That's a capsulated creatine product. And a free Primabolics shaker with every Primabolics whey ripped.
Sounds good.
So I don't know if Ari got all those graphics up, but if you go check out our online specials, they are all live and available in store and online. All right.
Very good.
Scott, so you're deep into prep now. So your last competition was?
2019.
So it'll be 2 years?
Yep.
Yep.
Pretty much 2 years to the day.
Yep. And you won your class in that?
Yeah, won the under 72s at the state show 2019.
Yep. Cool. You didn't in the Open? How'd you go in the Open?
Second.
Second?
Yep.
Who won that?
Gary.
Oh, Gary, of course.
Yep.
Yep. So quickly, you're on prep now. Like you said, 16 and a half weeks out. How far did you start your prep out?
So I started 24 weeks out.
So you're okay. So you're good 8 weeks.
8 weeks in.
Yep.
Yeah.
And quickly outline. Well, let's go through what your supplements are now during contest prep.
All right.
Yep. And why you use them. So you're a big fan of this one anyway.
Yeah.
Yep.
Primabolics Grind is my go-to pre-workout on all my upper body days. So I tend to go for a non-stim pre-workout on my upper body days so that I can really get a good pump. And I don't really need a whole lot of caffeine for those workouts. And then I tend to go with a stimulant-based pre-workout for my lower body days. So I either go with Faction Labs Disorder, or Total War.
Yep.
So those are my two that I go between.
So
for that.
why do you use a non-stim on upper body?
Basically to get a good pump on.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I started doing that through lockdown last year.
Yeah.
Because I just didn't feel like I needed a whole ton of caffeine for those smaller workouts.
Yeah.
And I mean, upper body workout doesn't tend to last anywhere near as long as a leg workout will.
Okay. Yep.
So it's
Makes
more
sense.
so I use stimulant based for the longer lasting workouts.
Yep. Cool.
I also use creatine and glutamine. They're staples in my
which should be in every
regime. Yep.
Yeah.
How
much creatine a day?
Up to 10 grams.
Yep.
So I'll do pre-workout and post-workout.
Yep. And glutamine?
And glutamine I do 10 grams a day as well. That'll be first thing in the morning and post-workout as well.
Yep. Cool.
Intra-workout and post-workout I use Pure Carbs by Gen-Tec.
Yep.
So I'll use 40 grams intra and 40 grams post at the moment. Obviously that changes throughout prep, depending on where my calorie intake's at.
So you use that as an intra as well?
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. So I have 40 grams intra and then 40 grams post for recovery.
Yep.
My protein of choice is Rule 1 WPI at the moment. Got salted caramel, just like the flavour of it.
Yeah.
And easily digestible protein. That's pretty much the main things I look for. How well it sits in the gut. Because I'll generally have a scoop pre-workout as well with my pre-workout meal and post-workout as well. Let's see, what else have we got? At the moment I'm using a fat burner, so I'm using Deficit by Faction Labs as well. And I stack that with a little bit of acetyl-L-carnitine.
Yep.
There's enough in the Deficit, but I just add like another half a serve to that just to get a little bit extra.
So that's before cardio or before
cardio
weights?
in the morning.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm just using it pre-cardio at the moment.
Yep.
I'll occasionally throw it in my pre-workout as well.
Yep. So how much cardio do you do now?
So I'll do a morning walk every day.
Yep.
And then I'll do 4 actual like gym cardio sessions on the cross trainer.
Okay.
So there's 2 interval-based workouts and then 2 just steady state sessions.
Yep.
So 2 of them are 20 minutes and the other 2 are 10 minutes. So not a whole lot at the moment.
Yeah.
Intra workout, I've got EHP Labs Beyond. So that's got your EAA, BCAA blend, a little bit of tyrosine in there for mental focus and stuff as well. And just hydration. So
you mix this with the carbs?
Yep. So I have that during my workout only. I don't worry about that during cardio or anything like that. And last one is Restore by Primabolics. I've just started taking this in the last week.
How do you find it?
So
You're
far,
using
so
it just
good.
as a sleep formula, like help you sleep?
Just pre-bed. I'll have 3 capsules. I mean, my quality of sleep's been a lot better since I started using it. I was using Adrenal Switch by Switch Nutrition previously. Yep.
Which is a similar product, but just in a powder base.
I'd prefer just to take the capsules. So, so sleep quality's been a lot better while I use these sort of products.
Yeah.
I find my sleep's not as good when I don't use them. So and particularly during comp prep, I want to make sure I have really good sleep.
Yeah. I found this really is now one of my favourite products. It's something that I'll incorporate, or like I said, the Adrenal Switch by Switch Nutrition, just as good. The Primabolics Restore, the only difference is basically powder versus capsules. I'm the same. I don't really like to have a drink right before bed, because it'll mean that just an hour later I'm going to wake up.
You need to wake up and go to the toilet.
So, but I found I track my sleep through my watch, and my sleep score average was about 72 to 74 pre-Restore, and I've been using Restore now for a good 6 weeks just to get the average, and the average now is 78 to 84.
Oh wow! Yeah, that's good.
So it's made a massive difference, and it's pretty well. I'm not really sleeping much longer. It's just that I'm sleeping better.
Much better quality of sleep.
Definitely, if you struggle with sleep, if you're a big pre-workout user and then you find that you're having a real intermittent sleep, something like this is a must. Really, I think it's one of the best products out there on the market.
100%.
Yeah, and anywhere from 3 to 4 capsules. I know some people are taking as low as 2, but I found I started on 4. Will said to take 4, and I took 4, and he said then cut back to 3 and see how you go. And I noticed no difference by cutting down to 3. But then I cut down to 2, and I thought 3 was better. So I found that happy medium.
I started off at 2, did like 2 or 3 nights at that, and since switching to 3, sleep quality's been better again.
That's right. Excellent. Well, that's a good rundown on your subs. Does anything change much off season? You don't obviously use a fat
Obviously,
burner.
no fat burner.
Yeah.
Pre-workout regime stays the same.
Yeah.
With stim based on leg days and
Yeah.
non-stim on upper body days. Generally, just have like a coffee with that. Carbs will stay in. Protein stay the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you switch from a WPI maybe to just a whey blend? Or?
Yeah, I'll normally just use a whey blend during off season.
Yeah. So you basically comp prep. You just go to a WPI to get a cleaner, faster absorption protein.
Yeah.
Yeah. Excellent. And training? How many times a week do you train?
6 days at the moment.
That's weight training.
Weight training.
Yep.
Do you want to go through a split?
Oh, quickly? Yeah.
So Mondays, chest and shoulders. Tuesdays, posterior chain, so back and hamstrings. Wednesdays, shoulders, biceps again. Oh, not again. Shoulders, biceps. Thursdays, chest, triceps. So I'll do chest twice a week.
Yep.
Do a touch on shoulders twice a week as well. That shoulder workout normally drops out during off season, so that'll just be an extra rest day.
Yep.
Fridays back and biceps, and then Saturdays quads.
Yeah. Excellent. Well, there you go. That's
Sunday rest day.
Yep.
Yeah.
And do you incorporate cheat meals?
No.
Nothing.
No cheat meals. No.
No cheat meals at all. No, even like some people call them a refeed, where it's just maybe higher calories.
Yeah. Like at the moment, I haven't done any high carb refeed days, but yeah, that'll come later into prep as I get leaner.
Yeah. Do you focus on an end body weight or just basically how you look?
Well, I mean, I'll likely be competing under 72 again, so I've got a certain amount of body weight to drop still, but yeah, I mean the weight comes off as it comes off, and we're tracking skin folds and that sort of thing as we go on.
Yep. And you got a shout out to a coach?
Yeah, Ben Wortley's coaching me again this year.
Yeah, you've been with Ben now for a few comps, haven't you?
Yeah, this will be my third
comp.
Yeah.
Obviously happy with what Ben's done.
Definitely.
And yeah, I mean your condition on change is markedly improved since you joined up with Ben.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So Ben knows what he's doing. Also a multiple state champion and an ICN pro. So you'd sort of expect that you're going to get pretty good results working under someone like Ben.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Cool. Thanks for that, Scott. Now, you put out a shout out for some questions. Did anybody get back to you?
Yeah, I had one from Daniel Deventes. Is that how?
Yeah, is it close enough?
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Daniel's an ICN competitor. Yes. Yep.
So he asked, what bodybuilder do I look up to for inspiration and why?
Yep.
So Flex Lewis is probably my top. He's been my favourite bodybuilder since I started following the sport. Even when I met him, he's been one of the most humble, nicest bodybuilders that I've had the opportunity to meet. So yeah, I'd probably say Flex Lewis would be my number one.
Yeah.
How about yourself?
Yeah, look, I don't really have anyone that I follow anymore for inspiration. I look at all bodybuilders and I get some sort of inspiration from them.
Yep.
When I started though, I started training back in the 80s.
Yep.
So Rich Gaspari was my go-to. So I had the Rich Gaspari posters on my wall. I followed everything he did. Back then, obviously, you didn't know anything until the magazines came out 3 or 4 months later. You know?
Yep.
So he was my inspiration. I don't know why. Maybe it's because he was a shorter guy and
yeah, that's very much the same.
Yeah, the sort of the underdog. You know, always he was bridesmaid to Lee Haney, I think 3 times, and so I don't know. Maybe that's why. But I also liked something about his physique. I thought, he's just a cool-looking bodybuilder.
Yeah.
Since then, he's obviously gone on to become a successful businessman, run a international supplement company, and he's still in good shape.
Yeah.
So he's still in good shape. I hope Flex Lewis competes this year.
Yeah, hopefully.
It
doesn't really look like he's.
They're really. I've actually seen a few of his pictures, and it sort of doesn't look like he's he's
on a lot of
prepping
size
or
or
prepping or anything. That's right. Yeah, which is
I
a
mean,
real
he's helping
pity.
out a lot of the guys getting ready for their shows at the moment, but yeah, it doesn't look like he's doing much for himself.
No.
I don't know if his injuries are still bothering him.
Yeah, there's been no sort of word on him, or nobody's talking about him.
Yeah.
And even like you said, he's not really out there doing that much himself. So, you're right. It most really looks like he's not going to compete, which is a real pity.
Yeah. Would have been nice to see him up there against the open guys this year.
Well, that's right.
Especially with some of the, like, Phil Heath probably won't be there. Dexter's gone.
Yeah, I think Phil.
A few openings at the top of the open class there.
Yeah, I'd be surprised if Phil comes back. I think Phil's done now for good.
He looks a lot leaner now as well. If you've seen any of his Instagram.
I saw he was helping Patrick Moore.
Yeah.
In the last show, and I thought the same thing. He doesn't look like a
off-season
Olympia caliber bodybuilder. No. He looked lean. He looked a lot downsized.
Yeah.
Looked good and healthy.
Yeah. So definitely.
I think we may have seen the last of Phil Heath. Anyway, all right. I think we've covered pretty well everything else. Thanks for joining in.
No worries. Thanks for having me.
As per usual, this episode is brought to you by Australian Muscle Online and Australian Muscle the Gym. Don't forget, we have got our special, our half-yearly special is still going on, $3.99 for 12 months, no fees, no joining fees, no key fees, no administration fees. That's it, one price to pay. This will be going for another week or so. We'll see. I might extend it, but we've had a lot of good response and uptake to it. So if you want to join a good family gym that's not crowded, come check us out. First workout is always free. Thanks guys, thanks for tuning in. Thanks Scott for popping in while Adrian's on holidays. I'm terrible talking to myself. And we'll catch you guys next week. See you later.
See ya.